There we go. So lovelies, as I was just saying, and for those of you watching on replay, get yourself comfy, make yourself a little nest. You know, this is one of those practices you can really surrender into. So I invite you to get as comfy as you like. If you want to lay down, that is perfect. If you want to sit up, that is also perfect. And before we begin, I'm just going to take a moment to light our candle to symbolize that our little Reiki circle is open this evening. And if you haven't already, you're very welcome to sage cleanse, Reiki cleanse your space. And I'll be collectively cleansing this space for us too. And before we begin, maybe setting a little intention for yourself, for anything you hope to receive from this session, or any particular question you want to pose that you hope to have an answer for by the end. Planting that like a little seed into the heart space. And initially, I invite you to just start paying attention to that breath in the belly. Just noticing that gentle rise and fall. Allowing that gentle rhythm to bring you back into the body, back into the present moment, back to the here and now, back home to yourself. And if you find that your mind is particularly busy today, you might find it helpful to count the breath. Counting 1 on the inhale, 2 on the exhale, 3 on the inhale, 4 on the exhale, and continuing at your own pace all the way up to 10. And allowing that attention to shift to the top of the head now, working that attention down. So you're scanning the body for anywhere that you're holding on to tension, and seeing if you can just soften into that area just a little bit more. Maybe softening across the brow, around the eyes, loosening the jaw. Seeing if you can allow those shoulders to just melt away from the ears. Softening in the tummy. Softening the hips. And maybe even softening the soul by just bringing to mind something you're truly grateful for right now. Maybe it's the fact that the sun has been out for a few of us, or hopefully more of us. Maybe it's the beautiful spring flowers coming into bloom. Maybe it's someone special in your life. Or maybe you're just grateful you're here and you can relax. And spend some time taking care of you. And I invite you now to bring to mind a place in nature, a place in nature that you feel connected to, a place where you feel at ease, somewhere you feel you can truly rest. And for those of you that visualize a little bit differently, that's welcome too. You don't need to see imagery for this to work. Allow yourself to just sense that place, to feel what it's like when you're there. Starting to notice what sensory experience do you have in this place? Can you feel the breeze on your skin? The sun shining down on you. Can you smell any perfumes carried in that wind? Allow yourself to truly be there and enjoy this favorite spot in nature for you. Notice what you can hear. What can you see? How does it feel? And seeing if you can allow this special place for you to allow you to relax a little bit more, surrender just a little bit more, knowing that anything you need to deal with can be picked up after this Reiki circle. And maybe you can feel that tension leaving the body. Maybe you can feel that need to take a nice deep breath in and make an audible exhale, releasing any stress or tension. And doing that again, nice deep breath in. And on the exhale, releasing any worries, anything that's been playing on your mind, with a nice audible exhale. And one final nice deep breath in, seeing if you can fill up every part of the lungs. For exhaling anything else you need to let go of to truly immerse yourself in this experience this evening. And I invite you to notice that wherever you are in nature, there is someone walking towards you. And this person is one of your guides. And I invite you to notice what they look like or what their energy feels like. How do you receive them? How do you feel them? And I invite you to notice that that guide is holding out their hand for you to take it. They want to guide you somewhere. I invite you now to take hold of their hand and allow them to guide you. And without moving anywhere, you notice the scenery around you is changing. And you have emerged into a very ancient stone circle surrounded by tall, beautiful, and again, ancient trees. Maybe you can hear the breeze moving through the treetops. But you're not alone. Your guide is here with you. And you notice that in the center of the stone circle is a large altar. There's nothing on it, but a large stone altar. I invite you to take a moment to walk around the circle, Maybe placing your hands on these stones. You may see them, you may feel them, you may just know they're there. But notice what the energy feels like from each of the stones. Is it the same? Or does each stone have its own resonance? And you may also notice what flowers, plants, trees are growing here. You might even find you have animal guides that come to join you, that have come to see what you're doing here in this beautiful sacred stone circle. And you notice your guide is now stood next to the altar stone in the center of this stone circle. And they're gesturing for you to lay down on this altar. I invite you to gently place yourself on that stone now, noticing how the energy feels here in the center of the circle, and the beautiful energy that's being directed from the stones onto you. Now your guide is stood by your side. And they are placing their hands in the area of the root chakra or either side of the pelvis. Begin to feel that Reiki warm healing energy move into this area of the body. Initially just soothing, restoring, balancing out. And you might notice that as you enjoy this healing treatment from your guide, you can feel that energy moving in that root chakra area, all the way from the base of the spine round to the top of the pubic bone. This horseshoe of healing happening in this root chakra. And your guide is shifting their hands up to the sacral now. So between that top of the pubic bone and the belly button, you gently place their hands. And as before, you feel that nurturing energy soothing your system. Calming away any chaos that's present here. Allowing it all to settle. You might even see this as a light entering your body. That light coming from the hands of your guide. Allowing you to be taken care of. And they're shifting their hands now up to the solar plexus, that middle point of the body. And it's not unusual to experience emotions or memories emerging as we tune in to these energy centers. But no need to grasp or attach to anything that comes up for you. No need to analyze. We'll have plenty of time for that later. For now, just enjoying that healing energy moving into your body. And your guide is bringing those hands up to the heart space now, around the chest bones. Allow that soothing energy to move into the body here and work its magic. No need to overthink or understand. Just allowing yourself to surrender to this healing that you're receiving. Nothing for you to do, but simply relax. And they're gently placing their hands on the throat chakra now. The hands are soft and gentle. You can barely feel they're there. And you might notice that this energy is just allowing anything that's been held, any blocks that are present, to just gently disappear. You'll feel the feeling of relief washing over you as you place the baggage down. And your guide's gentle hands are moving up to the area of the third eye now, the center of the brow. Your guide's hand or hands are just like gentle kisses, so delicate. Just notice what you observe as the Reiki enters your body in this area of the third eye. And your guide's hands travel up to the crown of the head, the very top. How does it feel as you receive the healing energy through the top of the head? I invite you to notice now that another guide has joined you. You may just sense them, you may feel them, you may know their presence very well. But as they step into the stone circle, you feel the energy shift just a little bit. And you might notice that they are carrying a drum with them. Your other guide who's just finished your healing treatment is now sat to one side. And this new guide tells you that they are here to shake your energy back up, but not for the sake of it. They're here to support you to release any of the stagnancy that's built up in your energy system. And they invite you to stay where you are, laid on this beautiful healing altar stone. And this guide is starting to walk closer to the altar stone now, with their drum in hand, ready to take over this part of your healing journey. And the guide begins to gently tap their drum over your body, releasing any energy that's been stuck, that might be blocking your experience of your full vitality. Allow your guide to work their magic. As they clear your energetic body, and noticing what you feel in your body. Noticing those cells coming back to life. Noticing the vibrancy of the energy filling you up. Allow the drumbeat to release that which needs to be released. Noticing how your body responds as this guide uses their drum to release the stagnancy in your aura, your energy field. Returning you to a place of vibrancy as you lay on this altar stone. And before we even consider moving from this stone, I invite you to notice how your body is feeling, how your emotional body is feeling. How is the mind? What do you notice and experience? And I'm now going to give you a few moments, maybe a bit more, to talk to the guides that have come to help you here today, asking them any questions or anything that you would like their help with. Maybe a particular area of your life that could use some healing. And if you haven't communicated with your guides before, You may find they don't communicate in words. They may send you a feeling, an image, a symbol, a sensation in your body in response to your questions or requests. And unfortunately, it is now time for us to think about starting to head back. But I'll give you a moment to thank and say goodbye to your guides, thanking them for the healing you received here this evening, thanking them for any wisdom they passed on to you. And this time, your guides both take your hand and you're transported back to your favorite spot in nature. And your guides have to go now. But know that you can visit them anytime you like. And as you're sat in your favorite spot in nature, you may start to notice that you can feel your feet and toes, maybe giving them a gentle wiggle. Maybe gently swaying your body if you're sat up to bring some life back to this form. Or if you're laid down, allowing your hands to gently wake up your arms by giving yourself a little cuddle, a little hug. Giving your arms a gentle squeeze. Maybe allowing your body to stretch. Maybe you feel a little yawn escaping you. Maybe you find yourself gently returning to the here and now, and ever so gently allowing your eyelids to flutter open, allowing the light of the room to come into your awareness. Maybe taking a moment to orientate yourself in the room by just gently allowing your eyes to gaze around. and noticing what in your room brings you pleasure to look at. You don't need to know why. It doesn't have to be overt pleasure, but perhaps the shape of an object in your room, the way that the light catches it. Just feels pleasant. And if you've brought a journal with you this evening, you can take some time now to note down anything you want to remember about your journey, any wisdom you received, anything you experienced in your body during the treatment you received from your guides. You're very welcome, Karen, lovely. And what I will do is I will stop the recording here. So anyone that wants to share can do so without worrying that they're sharing with the whole world. I will stop the recording now. For those of you watching on replay, I would love to hear how you experienced that. If you have any questions, or if anything came up for you that you want to talk through with someone, then feel free to reach out. Otherwise, if you want to continue this journey, I would invite you to have a look at the membership. We are just about to undertake 30 days of self-healing with shamanic Reiki. It's going to be a truly powerful experience, but it's also going to be a very nurturing experience. So if that feels like something you need right now, I will include the link with the replay. And thank you so much for watching.